Hey, what's up out there? It's Dave Duford. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm coming to you from Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed in the final expense and insurance business. And in today's live stream topic, I decided to talk about why the opportunity to sell life insurance is better than it ever has been in the history of selling life insurance. So I'm going to try to make my case emphatically, but also logically, looking at some general trends to come over the next 20 to 30, 40 years, and make the case why, if you're an agent that's looking to get in this business and are really thinking hard if this is the right thing for you, I'm going to show you some really, I think, promising statistics that will tell you all you need to know about the opportunity to sell life insurance, whether it's final expense like what I do and help agents with, or if it's something entirely different. So I've actually prepared a couple of pages here. I'm going to take you off the screen here, so it's all live here. So let me go ahead and jump around and get this thing set up here. So one of the most important statistics, I think, that support a really good career in the selling of life insurance is the fact that the general agent population is extremely old and very close, on average, to retirement age. So I'll give you a little example. I got into this business when I was, 27 years old, maybe 26, probably 27. And the average, I'm 33 now at the time of this recording, and today, the average age of an insurance agent is 58. There have been surveys that have shown it to be closer to 60. This is very similar to nursing. This is very similar to farmers. They all have the same problems that really it was caused and stemmed from the initial population boom post-World War II, with all these people entering the business and now getting to the point of retirement. So let me take you off of my screen here. I'm going to show you right here. This is a article on thinkadvisor.com, and I'm just going to show you right close to the, I'm kind of scrolling in here so you can see it better. The average age of the agent or broker, according to the industry statistics, is 60 years old, or at least pushing it. Limmer showed it was 56. McKinsey & Company, which is a pretty big consulting organization, showed it was 59 years old. And here's what's even more interesting. If you look at the demographic problem, it's growing worse. At the present rate by which the distribution system is aging, and given how many producers are likely to retire or otherwise leave the industry over the next 10 years, the industry needs to bring in, check this out, 60,000 new agents and brokers every single year just to maintain the current size of the distribution. So what this article is saying is that in order to just keep things the status quo, they've got to recruit 60,000 people a year to offset for the number of people that just fail out of the business, and especially to offset the extreme level of retirement that is going to happen, because eventually people just quit. They retire, and certainly seniors or people who are of retirement age are working longer now, but they may not work as much. They might turn part-time. And eventually they will release the handles of the prospecting and seeing of new people. And so this is the thing. So let's take even a little bit closer look here. So take you back off of my screen here. I'm going to show you the Bureau of Labor Statistics on the outlook of insurance sales agents. And they show a projected 10% growth from 2016 2026, and they say this is faster than average of all occupations. But if you scroll down here, the current employment in 2016 was projected at right about a 500,000 amount. And what we're seeing here is that estimated by the BLS is only a 50,000 person increase by 2026. So we're talking that we're only adding 5,000 people a year. And the numbers, when you take into account the failure rate, when you take account in the population growth and the retirement rate, we need to be recruiting literally 10 times, 12 times as much just to keep pace with what's to come. So why does this all matter? Why am I mentioning this? Because there has been at this point in time, there is less and less competition to sell insurance. It used to be 20, 30, 40 years ago, there were so many more insurance agents. There was a lot more service-driven organizations that would stop by the house, pick up the premiums. There was just a lot more of that. And for whatever reason, this has been historically the issue, is that the distribution system, the recruitment system, has just not brought in a ton of producers. I'm sure there's all sorts of reasons why, but there's literally people out there that have never talked to a life insurance agent. I mean, they've literally never had a life insurance agent call on them. And even though there's more available education for consumers, people still have all the same concerns and confusions. What's term insurance? What's whole life? What should I get? All the same things. And so without that kind of service, there's a lot of people that are going underserved. And I didn't pull this up, but I was reading this book here. This is a great book I'm going to do a review on. It's called Man on a Mission. It's done by Marv Feldman, Ben Feldman's son. And Marv talks about how there's, I want to approximate around 100 to 110 million people as of the writing of that book, which is, I think, in 2016, that do not have life insurance. It's a lot of people who don't have it. And a large part of that is because the distribution system to get out there and sell it to these people just doesn't exist like it used to. So that problem is your opportunity. Certainly the need for life insurance hasn't changed. Most people are aware and do believe that not only they need insurance, but even if they have it, they probably need more. And if you can stick around and survive in this business, you have a huge advantage on helping people all in your community and around the nation, and creating a great business model that will give you great income in the lifestyle too. So anyways, let me keep going. I was looking at another book I was looking at, but I'm not going to bring that in quite yet. So a couple other things I want you to show you just to kind of, again, bolster my point. Of course, we all know that population is going to increase. Here we're looking at a statistical analysis of what to expect from 2015 to 2060. We're sitting well over 320 million people. Even by 2025, less than 10 years, that's going to go up by another 30 million people, roughly. Look, we're looking at an environment where, again, more people are alive. That's more people to sell to, and more people that have problems that only life insurance can solve. So, look, you look at this, if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're looking at this as some sort of career opportunity, you've got literally, look, 20 years from now, you're looking at 50 million more people that are just able to be insured. There's a huge opportunity for the salesman that has a system and follows it and puts it into action. So let me take off the screen here. The one last thing I want to mention here, which I think is just as important, is right now, one of the best markets to be in is the quote-unquote senior market or the baby boomers market. So, and here's a couple of reasons why. Most of the money that's out there is held by people that are older than 50 or 60. Look, it makes sense, right? They've had a whole lifetime to accumulate capital, to put away savings, to save up for their 401ks, and they've been influenced to believe that the retirement age is the golden years. It's where all things are going to be great and happening, and they want security, they want assurance of making sure they don't outlive their retirement, and they've got the problem solved that face seniors, because that's the thing, because the baby boomer population, depending on which market you work in, all have financially related problems that insurance can sell. Give you a couple of an examples. So first of all, in my market, I'd sell final expense burial insurance. So we're dealing with typically a lower income or a middle to lower income group of people, which is millions upon millions of people. And many people reach retirement, if we look at the statistics, and they don't have savings set aside. They live paycheck to paycheck, and if they do have savings, it's necessary for other things like fixing their cars, fixing up around the house, and that kind of thing. And so that's where the need for life insurance to cover just even a basic burial or cremation is really a huge market opportunity. So I go in and I sell people burial insurance that express a need and understand why it's important. And I train agents to do the same thing too. So there's a huge market for that. If you don't like that market or aren't attracted to it, just take a step up. You can sell Medicare supplements like my friend Chris Westfall does. He sells Medicare supplements nationally. He's got a group that does so, and he trains agents to do the same thing too. Look, people are hitting Medicare age right now. 10,000 baby boomers a day are retiring or turning 65, and Medicare is a hot topic. There's a lot to know, and they don't want to make the wrong decisions. So that's where a consultant, an insurance agent, who can consult them on making the right decision, is a huge opportunity. And that will continue for, as we'll see in a minute, years and years and years and years. Then you've got, of course, in the senior market, you've got people who are concerned about keeping what they had taken all those years to actually accumulate. 10 years ago, when the stock market was tanking, I think that event caused a lot of people to take a step back and really consider the benefits of insurance, again, as a way to preserve wealth through annuities, through safer setups to where they could protect what they had and just draw an income. So there's a lot of demand for that, especially as the stock market fluctuates, as it has as of recent. This kind of stuff enters the minds of people who are close to retiring. So they're going to be open-minded to seeing what kind of problems a life insurance product can solve. So it goes on and on and on like that. There's more money in this market than any other markets, although I would say small business markets or business markets are also an excellent opportunity, which will continue to grow as well. And they need the consultation of an expert insurance agent. But look, there's all sorts of opportunities, and they will continue to grow. And as we look at the statistics here, we know there's more people. We know there's going to be more retirement. We know there's going to be more people retiring. And we know they got a lot of money. And we can see that the insurance industry cannot keep pace with the amount of agents that it needs just to maintain the status quo. So what that means is for the wise agent that really sees an opportunity to come into this business, that there will be less competition. There will be more opportunity to help more people. Why? Because, look, they're not getting called on as much as they used to. And if you've got a good offer, if you've got good value to bring to the table, look, it's a huge opportunity. So the last thing I want to show you here is a cool little website I pulled up called seniorcare.com, Aging America. It's got some pretty cool infographics. So let me go ahead and pull you over here and take a look at this. So it's kind of cool little infographic. So right now, the estimated population of 65 years old and older is 51 million. You know, it's what about roughly 17% of the population. That's huge as of November 2016. And if I scroll past this, this is the projected population growth for seniors. As you can see, in 2015, 2020, we're going to add another 4 million. 2025, it's going to kind of sort of go a little faster, 63 million. Look, that's another 9 million inside of 5 years that are going to have all the same problems of retirement concerns, fear of stock market losses, fear of picking the wrong Medicare products, or making sure they just have the burials paid. All these things are going to continue to grow. Even as the baby boomer hitting 65, the old statistic now, next 15, 20 years, 10,000 baby boomers a day are going to hit 65. Even though that slows, well, I mean, look, you're looking at this point, 12 years ahead in time, that's 71 million people in 2030. This is a career opportunity that will be here for the foreseeable future. People generally don't change, as the old saying goes. Everything, and there's nothing new under the sun. And it's going to just continue to climb. Life expectancy, as you can see, is up, so more people are living longer, more concerns about having enough money to retire. Birth rates, not really interested in that. More people turning 65 over the next decade. All this stuff to kind of solidify this idea. Now this is interesting. So this is an infographic of the graying of America, people turning 65. 30% of the population, check that out, guys. See how quickly and what percentage of this population is going to be over 65 by 2030? It's incredible. And, you know, same thing down here, aging of America. So many people now over 85. It just gives you the statistics you need to see that if you're kind of on the fence of getting in the insurance business, and yeah, it's tough. You're going to have great days, great weeks, great months, and poor days, poor weeks, and poor months. You know, you're going to wake up and not sell anything, and people throw you out of the house. I'm not here to say that that's not going to happen. I'm just saying that all these numbers clearly show that it's on your side, that this business is not dying, that even if automation takes effect, it's a question I've been asking a lot of people that are top producers in the business, even if automation takes an effect, automation can't not quite necessarily replace service and expertise and human interaction and advice. We'll see if AI does eventually pop up. That may change my argument entirely. But there's always going to be a place for the expert insurance agent that feels a strong desire and need to help their clients. And as long as people have money problems, which they ain't going away, time immemorial, you're going to have insurance agents that can offer solutions to help those problems. So bottom line, I've made my case, I hope. This business is great. It will continue to be great. Your job is to find a line of business that you enjoy. It doesn't, hey, for me, it was final expense when I started. For others, it's Medicare supplements, maybe long-term care, another great product to sell. Maybe it's annuities. Maybe it's Medicare supplements. I think I mentioned that. You get the idea. Pick something that you like and become a master of it. In this business, the specialists make more money than the generalist. And sure, you can add more products over time, but focus on being a specialist first. And then as you become a master of those products, then expand outward and add more. Bottom line, I do hope that you see that there is a huge opportunity in the selling of life insurance or any kind of really insurance. And what you need to do is just pick your poison and go full bore at it. And again, bottom line, I've said that 3 times now, so this is the bottom of the bottom of the bottom line. Find somebody that you can trust that will teach you how to do this business effectively. You must do that in order to be successful. And find a mentor, somebody that can show you the ropes and train you. And if you like the idea of burial insurance, that's what I do. You can check out more about what I do at my website. It's feagentmentor.com. I got lots of articles and videos, of course, on the YouTube channel. And you can contact me and I can send you some materials to review if you've been thinking about selling final expense. I do recruit nationally and help people out with the entire system of selling final expense. If you want to sell something else and you need a referral, you maybe want to talk to somebody in particular, feel free to drop me a line. I can refer you out to all sorts of people that specialize in other things. I have no problem doing that. And just like to help agents succeed. That's my main thing, because there's a huge opportunity, and boy, do these people out there really need your help. They really do. Dave Duford at Final Expense Agent Mentor logging off. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.